think my job is pretty cool. I build flying robots that shoot lasers, so I don't think there's anything cooler than that. We do surveys using unmanned aircraft. We really focus on various different types of aerial surveying. For example, like the big piece of equipment that we use is called a LiDAR, which is basically a laser radar. And what it does is it builds extremely accurate 3D maps. So that can be used by a huge variety of industries. So sometimes we'd fly and build maps for agricultural fields so they can actually figure out their drainage problems in the field. A lot of other things are flying over various buildings or sites and doing either as-built work or site planning for construction and development. There's actually a ton of math involved in what I do, believe it or not. So just really from the more, I guess you could call it mundane things, from sort of budgetary to keeping track of maintenance hours on the equipment. We perform pretty regularly some pretty significant analysis on the airframe to make sure it's going to fly the way we want it to. So testing vibrations, measuring resonant frequencies, calculating resonant frequencies, that's a big part of what I do. On top of that, the scanner actually requires a lot of math to make it work. In the shop, we definitely have a lot of really interesting projects on the go. We're actually taking one of our helicopters and outfitting it to have a magnetometer mounted on it. So what that's doing is measuring the Earth's magnetic field, and you can use it to look for metal that's on the ground. So whether that's a mineral deposit that a mine is going to use, or whether that's an unexploded bomb or an IED or whatever you want. So it's very interesting. This one, 24 volts, we got to put one of these connectors on there.
Okay, and what about this guy?
This guy's the mag, so this guy plugs into here. When I was in university, I took engineering, so it's really basically just entirely math. If you want to have a good idea of what that's like, it's basically the whole subject is just applying calculus to Newton's laws. That could sum up almost all of engineering right there. So there's definitely a lot of math involved with that. Math is one of those things where it's really easy once you know it. When you don't know it, it's almost like they're speaking a completely different language. But trust me, you'll get to the point where it just clicks and it makes sense and you understand it. If you're thinking of actually dropping out of math, I would definitely say that you definitely will be surprised with how many times you'll use it in your life and in your career. And it's a pretty incredible tool set to be able to have and to be able to market yourself as having. So it's worthwhile sticking it out and putting the effort in, because you will use it in your day-to-day life.